the Eps and Dad podcast with T-Bark and Blackie Chad. Serving the realness, don't make them mad. Nah, say how you feel. Communicate freely, that's how you build. Word.
Yeah. It's the Eps and Dad podcast. I am Blackie Chad.
T-Bark. We back. It's been a long time coming, man. How's life?
First of all, I'm hyped because we haven't done the show in a while.
Yeah, but how's life? But you like overly hype.
I'm excited. I love this. I love to do this.
I love this too. I guess we got different ways of expressing our love for this, I guess.
Exactly. Like some people get their stuff for Christmas and be like, oh, thanks, but really be ecstatic. And some people just be like, oh my gosh, this is awesome. I'm just, oh my God, this is awesome, boy.
All right. Like you ever see the video of the little white kid who got the Xbox?
All right, well, today's show is about the role.
I asked you how was life. We can get to this, but we haven't seen you in a while.
Yeah, granted, but like a lot of people want to get to the nitty gritty. Like this might be like the first episode that people ever see. Like I don't want to be talking gibberish. We talk that later. Anyway,
the role of the other parent.
So the role of a parent is like, it could be kind of confusing in the title, but it's like the kid that's not yours, whether you're the boyfriend of the girl who has the kids or the fiance or the role of the parent that's not the actual parent.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Definitely got to swing it your way. Like, what's the role? Like, what is your first introductions to this? Your introductory thing to this?
I don't know. It's crazy because, first of all, I never wanted this situation. You know what I mean?
Right.
But it's one of those things that, you know what I mean? It's just it's got to happen. It's no going back the other there's no avenue back the other way. So, right. With that being said, I think I want to say a slow play, a natural, just let things happen naturally. Okay. I don't want to force anything upon anybody. Mm-hmm. Like, say I do have a situation, whatever my situation is, I don't want them to be forced to feel like they have to, be a part of, my daughter's life when we first, because at the end of the day, I want to get to know you. You don't have to, my daughter has a mother. You know what I mean? She's good. She has two parents. She's good. I don't want, in the early stages, we don't have nothing. You don't have to worry about that situation. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Because that's not it. Because I want to know if we can build. If we can't even build, then there's no need for you to even go there and get to know my child. Apple Watch. But yeah, so there's no need for you to even get to know Journey. You feel me? So that's just the early stages. I mean, if you're around when she's around, because obviously there's gonna be times where they both might be around me, then it just happened naturally, you know what I mean? It's not oh, this is daddy's da-da-da-da-da, and oh, this is going to be your stepmom. It's nothing like that. It's just everything is it's going to let it take its course, I guess, and let things happen naturally. Let them build on their own, not force oh, hey, this is X, Y, and Z, you have to be nice to her because this is daddy's girlfriend. You know what I mean? I don't know. I just feel like that's weird. I don't want to have that talk or make anything feel.
What do you mean you don't want to have that talk? That's a talk that you really don't want to come to grips with, or
no. I don't want to have that talk now. Telling a 3-year-old that I just don't think she needs to. I think she can.
Having that conversation with her, what do you think that would do?
I don't think it would do much per se. I think she's gonna get her own.
So why not have that conversation then? To be in front of it.
I haven't really thought about it. I just she'll get the point when she see her hair all the time. I was oh, she'll probably just be oh, you know what I mean? This is the situation.
She might just say that's daddy's friend.
Yeah, I mean, and that's fine. At the end of the day, that's what it is. Without a friendship, I really feel like you don't have nothing. So at the end of the day, yes, that's gonna be daddy's friend.
You know how you get the turkey and you got a knife and you make some real deep incisions. I just want to get inside of this and talk so much more about that. But I'm gonna give my introduction. And I think we should come back to that.
Okay, that's fine.
So that's a male perspective on the fact that you are a single parent, or not a single parent, but you co-parent. So
yeah.
Right.
Not even only it's just my perspective because I don't want people to think like, oh, that's probably what a lot of males probably think.
Right.
Like, no, because everybody's different. I don't want you to take one and just run with it. It's just one. You know what I mean?
Right.
It wasn't a group of people that came down and said like, oh yeah, this is how we feel. I agree. No, it's just me. So,
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, fellas, boys and girls, whatever. I just feel like your intentions have to be top priority. Like your intentions have to be thought about. It got to be planned, and it got to be like legit. Like if you meet a lady and you like her, but she cool and all that, and all you want to do is just have sexual, favors with her or whatever, encounters with her. I don't think that it behooves you to get in front of the kid. Like legit, the kids sleep, they in their room, you come over or she come out and y'all go out. Just don't think that things should be complicated in that regard. If you don't really want to be a part of a kid's life, just be honest. I think that honesty is the key in every situation. I think getting in front of anything is the best. If you stole something or you broke something, hey, I just broke this cup. Hey, I'll buy you a new one, or let's sweep it up. Sometimes they might just be like, don't worry about it, but at least the truth will set you free. So if you don't even have an idea to be in a kid's life or be around this lady long enough to be able to want to play Madden with a kid, don't do it, because those things never go away from a kid. A kid see that, oh, Mr. Mike or Mr. such and such came over and he was a douchebag. He just used my mom's. Kids ain't stupid. You know what I'm saying? And you can't play with the psyche of a kid because it really affects them. Then if they see their mom crying because this guy doesn't want to come around again, it kind of does something to them. It kind of causes a boy to grow up a little bit faster than he wants to, or a little girl be confused. And it kind of just throws all different types of thoughts into their head. So I'm always like, listen, even though, my situation is different, I'm just like, yo, if you just try and smash, be honest with her. We were just talking about this earlier. Like, just be honest, because
honesty is literally the best policy, because like you put everything on the table. You let people make decisions for themselves. Don't make decisions for people. Like
exactly. And you cause yourself so much stress later when it's just like, get in front of it. The dishes need to be clean. Clean them now. Don't wait till they piled up to the ceiling. It's just like certain things. I don't know if that was a great analogy or not.
I was like, what is this? What?
Nevertheless, you get the idea. I just think that like
what?
Nobody wants to see their moms like guys, you got to make that decision sometimes for a woman. Because sometimes women don't have enough respect for themselves to say, these are my kids. But, oh, no, just come in. And just go past the kids and go upstairs into their room, and then your crib is the drive-thru at Chick-fil-A.
Exactly. Like, yo, be that dude. Like, so you got your kids this weekend? Nah, all right, I'm going to slide. We can hang out. Oh, you got them? All right, or what's the bedtime? Like, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yo, be a ninja. Like, if you don't want to be a part of the children's life, yo, be a ninja. Like, but pull up when they're asleep.
The key is really to get in front of it, because some girls have no filter. Just come through. It's all right. They already downstairs playing Xbox. It's cool. They ain't work.
Exactly. And play that role. Like, if you really, really don't want to be a part of the child's life, play that role. Let it be known from jump. Play that. Listen, I'm not trying to be in front of them. I don't want them to see me. I don't want a relationship, because at the end of the day, like you said, like, yo, that sticks with them. Like, any type of interaction with somebody is like something that, and of course you're not gonna bring just any old body around your kids, and you shouldn't. So if it's somebody you just smashing, like, let it be that,
Right.
Keep it on those weekends. Hey, I don't got my kids. Right. You know what I'm saying?
I just think that like we gotta set a new standard, a new law, a new clarification of like how things should be. Like, now, if you do want to spend time with this woman, I don't think that, or you do want to be with this woman, you do want to take things serious. I mean, granted, at the beginning stages, it's a little bit harder to tell. That's why I'm saying we as people in our culture have bad dating practices anyway. It's like, hey, let's go out. Hey, you coming over? Hey, you've been at my house for a whole week and a half. We go together. And we still don't know each other. It takes a long time to get to know somebody. Because sometimes you got to go through the highs and the lows before you get to know somebody. Because when somebody that's getting money, they got a lot of money coming through, they generous. They might be giving money out here. Borrow this, you can have this, whatever. But a person who ain't got nothing, now everything is so meticulous on. It's just they become a different person. So you kind of got to see people at different points before you get to know them. Now, granted, we are so damaged that we rebound, as we talked about in previous episodes, that we are so thirsty to get into another relationship that we skip all of the things because we're actually putting two relationships together over top of each other to like keep it going on duration. So you got this guy, you cool with him, it didn't work out, so you add this guy at the end and he comes in overlapping and you skip all the beginning stages with this guy because you just trying to move on to the next person. And that's not how you move on traditionally because you make these mistakes of, you know, having dudes around the kids when they're not supposed to be.
You gotta heal yourself first.
Exactly. And understand your intentions, understand what you want. But like, you saying, okay, you fine with Journey thinking or assuming that this is just daddy's friend and that's cool. So what happens when she wants to get intimate and give you a kiss? And if Journey is used to just you and her, don't you think she might be a little bit, how can I say this? A little bit like territorial over you?
Protective? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Nah, she is.
Okay, so
Like,
why
alright.
not get in front of it and have a conversation with her like this is daddy's friend so she can understand?
Only because I don't think she's old enough to really, really take in and understand what's going on. You know what I mean? Like, that's, like you said, you don't want to, like, some conversations are for children of certain ages. Like, I'm not talking to my 3-year-old like, oh, this is daddy's girlfriend and daddy and her or ex may be doing certain things or, you know, this is what it is. Like, you know.
So do you think we sometimes overthink for our children without giving them an opportunity to see if they can really like acknowledge or understand what we're trying to tell them?
Of course. But I don't think she needs to understand the situation.
Why don't you?
Because she's 3 years old. Like,
So I mean that kind of contradicts what I'm saying, kind of.
no, and I'm saying I agree with you, but this is me. Like I said, this is my personal take on the
You
situation.
see how people say "my" and look at you like,
Yeah,
dude, just
like,
drop
yeah, 'cause,
it.
like-
So I mean, not to get too deep, but how do you feel or how do you think that is your mother of child in another relationship?
I presume. I don't like. I think so. I think she has another person. I mean, but I don't really.
Now,
I don't dig too deep. I don't.
okay,
really
you don't
care.
dig too
I
deep.
don't
So
care. Like,
no, all right. Now, why don't you dig too deep? Because you and her have a good understanding that you trust that she'll make good decisions, or you don't care because it's maybe something toxic.
Me, I don't care because like at the end of the day, like I trust that she would put my child in the best situation. Like she wouldn't do anything to harm my child. So
Right.
like at the end of the day, like it's like a tough coming, but at the end of the day, like yo, people move on. That's something that I had to deal and I had to get over with. You know what I'm saying? Like so, it's like internally, I had to realize like, damn, that part of my life's really over.
Right.
And like once I self-healed over that, like I was good. I'm like, all right, that's good. I don't want to worry about that. I'm not worried about nothing that's going on over there. Like, and as far as my daughter, like at the end of everything, and when I take a look at everything, I just hope you wouldn't do anything to harm my daughter, and I don't think she would. So that's that. Like I have that trust in her to handle whatever situation she's in, to handle it correct when dealing with Journey.
So so you wouldn't know if like since y'all do like y'all days, you don't know if he like comes over on the days that
I don't know.
you don't know what he looks like, you don't know his name, none of that. And that's fine. I mean, I'm just
Yeah,
asking,
no, it's
like,
fine. Yeah, that's fine.
I mean, because I know if I was in that situation, even though I'm not, I wouldn't be okay with that.
Yeah, but nah, that's fine because then that's like me. I feel like
I mean, I gotta have a conversation. I gotta be able to say, okay, I know I trust her, but I gotta put the icing on the cake with a handshake and an eye contact. Like I know sometimes women can be bamboozled or whipped or whatever, where they might let some things slide. I mean, like, bro, you cool with her, but you cool with me. Let us be cool due to the fact that I trust you, or not that I trust you, but that me and you have had a conversation where,
I hear you, but like, and I honestly used to think that way. Like, oh, I need to, like, yo, but at the end of the day, that's not my situation. Like if my daughter comes to me with a problem, then that's when we have a problem. That's the only time me and you need to have a conversation or talk. Because at the end of the day, my daughter has a father, and her father is in her life and taking care of things. So like, as far as you needing to do anything for her is not really a need. You know what I mean? For you to do anything. If there's a problem, you can, let her know, and I'll handle it on my end.
So what's your idea about it taking a village? Like, cause like you saying you'll handle it on your end. I just feel like if a step parent, granted, I don't know if it's that far, but so even as a step parent, you like, hey, mind your business. Let me deal with my child.
Okay, but this is my thing. So I hear you, and I know where you're going with it, but I have a daughter,
Right.
so like no man is gonna discipline my daughter.
I didn't
Like-
say. Listen,
No,
but,
but-
thing.
but-
This is
but-
like a therapy session. I didn't say anything about discipline.
Okay, but that's what you were leaning towards it. Am I
No,
right?
no, you're wrong.
So what are you talking about?
So
So
I'm-
clear the air. What are you talking about?
I'm just saying, like, it just has to be an understanding. I believe that, hey, what are we doing over there? How is different things? Because, like, granted, I don't believe that discipline only needs to come from the father. I just don't believe that.
Yeah, no.
Because, I mean, I just think that teaches the kid to only obey the dad. Like, because, like, low-key, like, last week, Chad was upstairs messing with my daughter. And obviously, Chad's my son, but he was messing with my daughter, and he already know I don't play with him messing with my daughter.
Mm-hmm.
She, like, stopped before I tell Daddy. He like, Daddy not even here. I was sitting right there on the couch.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't even see me. But my point for saying that is like, if you like, I'm gonna tell my dad, it's like my dad not here, so they don't really get the full, like, you know how hard it is for your child to be away at her mom's house for 2 or 3 days, right? Mm-hmm. And then he calls you or she calls you and say, oh, she was acting up, she's being disrespectful. You know how hard it is to discipline a 3-year-old or a 4-year-old or a 10-year-old 4 or 5 days later on a situation that happened at their house? I think that a kid should have parameters and barriers and understand, like, this is their house, this is their rules. If you're in school, this is their school. Don't think because I'm your dad. And if a kid know the only person that can discipline me is my dad, they're gonna give you hell. And I feel like a kid should be able to be disciplined by more than one person. And I'm not talking about paddling. I'm not talking about beating. I'm talking about life in general. Because if they only gonna listen to you, when you are whining around, they're gonna go off.
Yeah, no, you're right. I guess that was my ignorance to the question or the topic, because I automatically went to the
Of course,
physical,
like granted, like yo, dude just can't start beating on your kid. Now,
Yeah,
granted, maybe you might feel a little bit better if you knew the guy. Y'all had a little relationship, went to a couple birthday parties together, was at a couple cookouts together because of the mutual bond of mom and dad and sharing a child. Mm-hmm. After a while, you be like, all right, I know this dude, this is a good dude. We understand each other. I don't really, if me and, my lady, or my fiance don't work out, like, it would take a long time, but I wouldn't have a problem with the guy beating my kid.
Even your daughter?
Well, I don't beat my daughter, so like.
All right, so but that's where I'm getting at. Like, let her mom handle it. If it came to a point, like let her mom, because her mom probably.
But beating is
better,
right? But
than me. Like,
but beating isn't the only form of discipline.
It's not.
Because kids are smart. They're conniving. I mean, they know their way. They smell. They like pit bulls. They smell blood. They're going at you, or sharks, or whatever you want to say. They're going at you. So if I know I can play with you, you ain't gonna do nothing to me.
Nah.
And it gotta be an understanding.
Nah. If that's the situation, then nah, I totally agree. Like, at the end of the day, like you said, like that's their house. Like, what I mean, my daughter, when she's there, she has to abide by those rules, and they're the two disciplinarians in that home. So, I mean, go ahead, handle it, but the physical stuff is no.
All right, no. But I just sometimes feel like we set rules because when it comes on the other hand, we don't want it done to us.
Yeah.
So like maybe I'm not being too aggressive with trying to figure out who this guy is or knowing about him and figuring out his lifestyle and looking up his Instagram and Facebook and looking to see if he has kids because I don't want that same energy reciprocated on me when I do get a shorty.
Yeah.
So is that one of the reasons why you just don't be trying to figure it out, or you just like
no, because
you just protecting your energy?
That happens already.
What do you mean by that?
All right. I guess for instance, say if I have company, like people just walk in the crib, like hey, what's going on? It's like. nothing. What are you doing?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But that's one of the things. But no, back to your question. That is not the case.
Okay.
That's not the case. Like I just don't do it. Like if you feel like it's time for me to get to know somebody, or you want me to know somebody, or you want me to, then you'll let me know. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That sounds like see, this is this sounds like so much of an opinion to me, because you're saying now you're putting the trust. I get back to what I was saying about being bamboozled. Like we know ladies, we know women, they in love and everything like that. And sometimes when they get in love, they could be a little bit blinded. So it's just like 2 people, 4 eyes is better than 2. And then sometimes 2 eyes is these 2 eyes need some glasses. So I'm going to be the glasses and help you, because sometimes we can't trust that they'll make the greatest decision all of the time. So we got to kind of put hey, look, I know she cool with you and I know these different things, but I'm just saying this. I'm just saying this. This needs to be done. This needs to be done. And it's tough to tell somebody how to do things in their household, but at the same time, for me, I just got to know that I did do what I was supposed to do. Just to let you know, so that way I feel a little bit better. And then later on, I can take it personal. Because it's like, dude, I told you how I get down. You know how I get down. We had this conversation man to man, and then you go do exactly what I told you not to do. Now we got a problem. Or now I can actually measure this as disrespect or ignorance or whatever. But that's just my opinion. But so back to the actual topic at hand. The role of is the role of the non-parent. That's I don't know what we said, the role of a parent.
No, we said the non.
Okay.
I think
so. I think that kids need stability, and they need to understand stability and structure, but more so stability. How long before kids should be able to be around the non-parent?
To be honest, I think that like we said, once you put everything on the table and you have that honest conversation of what your intentions are and where you want this to go, then there's no time. Like, what do you if you know you want to be with this person and you want to take them serious, what are you waiting for?
Right.
But like I said, in my case, I don't want anything forced. Like I don't, we're not about to have this, dinner and have okay, this is what it is. You know what I mean? It's like I like things that go off of vibes. I like people to develop their own vibes. Like I'm big on energy. Like whatever energy you guys give it, like I want people to go off their own energy. I don't want forced energy. I don't want anything forced or to make people feel like they have to do something or they have to do this and they have to do that. Like I feel like that's not cool. Like that's adding pressure to somebody. Maybe the non-parent that doesn't need to be added. Like maybe they have no idea. Maybe they don't even know anything about children or kids, and you kind of force them, like, oh, can you change his diaper? Right. Can you go get them dressed, or can you iron these clothes and can you fold these up? And that's not their job.
I disagree. I guess it's not really about me disagreeing. It's really about my opinion.
Yeah, you have a different take on it.
Yeah, exactly. I apologize. So I think you gotta put the devil in the fire. I just think that everything has to be on the table. I think you have to know what you want. Probably another bad analogy or whatever. But what I meant by you got to put the devil in the fire, you got to put the devil in the fire to see if the devil is really hot.
Yeah, bad analogy alert.
I think that was good. I mean, I never heard it before, so that's why I thought it was good, because I thought of it. But, if you're a lady...
But listen, the devil is comfortable in the fire. So,
my point exactly. I need to see if you are comfortable in the fire. If you can't stand the heat, get out the kitchen.
But this is my thing. Not everybody's comfortable in that situation.
No, but I'm not saying everybody.
And you shouldn't force them. That should be something that should be happens naturally. Like
in life, when you're trying to figure out what you're trying to do with your life, or trying to figure out who is going to be good in your life, or who going to spend the rest of their life with you, if that's what you want, you need to know if they can handle it. You need to vet these people out. Granted, listen, I got 4 kids. Like, if me and my fiance don't work out, God forbid, I got 4 kids. Oh no, that's no problem. I love kids. Okay, what you doing this weekend? Oh no, I just want. Okay, cool. We gonna go out. I'm gonna pick you up in the minivan. All 4 of my kids gonna be in there, and we gonna go to the zoo. And I'm gonna walk off and go to the bathroom real quick and see how you do. And granted, the first time is the charm. They ain't gonna really boom, 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 boom. But I just need to know if this is too much for you. I can't leave these things to chance. I can't leave these things to say, oh yeah, I can handle it. I can't leave it to what you're talking about. I gotta see your actions, because at the end of the day, if you're not that person, that's fine. And my kid's like, dang, Dad, what happened? Who was that person? No, these are just my friends, and we're just having a good time. I'm trying to figure it out. And it's okay to show your kids like I'm trying to figure it out. The problem that I have with people is that when they're trying to figure it out and they don't have it all under control or understood, they're out here sitting on this guy's lap, kissing all in public. He touching the butt in front of all the kids. They're getting real intimate in front of the kids, and that sends the wrong message. It's okay for you to have friends and go out and do all of this. Yeah, Mr. Mike ain't coming back no more. Or Mr. Mike was just a friend. Or Mrs. Such and Such is not here anymore. We were just going out a couple times. But I need to put you in that mix. I'm not trying to waste time. I'm not trying to get to know you personally.
Man, I heard
for
enough.
6
I heard enough, bro. There's no way. Like, what if the person is all right? Say you do
all of me.
Say listen.
You.
Say you do have you have a situation, you know what I mean, and y'all got it on the table that y'all want to make this thing work. You know, they understand your situation or whatever, and you got say a baby, right? They never change the baby diaper, and you like, here, change the baby diaper, and they just mess it all the way up, and now they're petrified because you come over like, oh no, you did this wrong, and now they automatically feel like, oh, I'm not capable of taking care of this baby. I'm not ready. This is not what I want. You know, and you completely scare them because you forcing something upon them that's not really their job.
To the left. Everything you had
That's
in the
crazy.
box to the left.
That's
no, it's
crazy.
not that.
That's
It's
crazy.
Not, no, and I understand what you're saying.
That's
but
crazy.
I understand what you're saying. But it's also, for every, music is so dynamic. It makes, it got everything to do with
That's insane. That has nothing to do with music. That's nothing to do with music.
Yes, it do. We were just talking about
You're
Beyonce.
insane.
You're
insane.
We just talking about Beyonce. To the left,
you were
to the
talking
left.
about Beyonce.
Right,
You're
but
insane.
then to the left. But I'm just saying, when you trying to change this pamper, I'm not asking you to change the pamper on the first date. You going too you going too far.
This dude just not say, I'm gonna pick you up in the minivan and I'm gonna go to the zoo and I'm gonna walk away from you.
You need to know all about me.
You need to know their first date with the children.
Listen, I never said on the first date you gotta come and change their pamper. I didn't say that.
I just use that as an analogy.
I just want everything on the table.
That's the fire.
That was terrible analogy.
That's the fire, is it not? That's the fire.
I'm not just gonna have nobody just changing my son's meat at 2 months and you don't know what you're doing. I'm just saying you need to know where I'm at. That's the thing. We need to be transparent. Everybody's opaque now. Everybody's just blocked off, not trying to show nothing. They tell you little things later. It's like, hey, I know we've been together 6 months, right? But I just want to let you know that, I got STDs. Like, you got to put everything on the table. Mm-hmm. Everything needs to be up front. That's the thing. We hide and stuff. Like, the person needs to know. Now, granted, you can't give them so much information that they can't download it all. And it's not need to know basis, but we just got to be open. Because the thing is, when you keep things from people and you know that you're thinking about it, like, you're doing a disservice to this person. Honesty is key. Honesty is the biggest thing that we need. We got to be honest, comfortable, and real. Because, honest and real, I guess, could be synonyms, antonyms, but you got to be real.
You got antonym.
What did I say? Antonym, homonym, and synonym. One of them. Anyway, you just got to be upfront and forward. Hey, this is what I got.
I'm not disagreeing with you about the honesty thing. We both could agree that, everything needs to be on the table. But my thing is, I think you should ease them into situations, and you're trying to throw them in the fire just to see if they sink or swim. And if they swim, it's bye-bye. I think it's BS.
Usher said,
BS.
Can you handle it? If I go there,
I'm sorry, I
baby,
didn't come
with
to the
you?
podcast with lyrics.
I'm just
I didn't know
saying-
this was that episode.
I'm just
that we,
saying,
that we
though,
needed
I'm just
lyrics
saying,
to back
I'm
up
just-
our like what?
I'm just
Come on,
saying,
He's
man,
crazy.
people hide.
Dude is crazy.
First of all, we don't even know
if
our.
you don't swim, and if you don't handle the situation where I run off to the bathroom and I leave you with my 4 kids, and you do a terrible job and you lost the kid, and one's hanging in the cage with the monkeys, and the other one's playing with snakes, and the other one's feeding shrimp to the flamingos. Like, yeah, you're a bad John. You're not. This not your job.
No, but you also gotta have patience. You just can't like.
You just said to the box to the left, to the left, to the left.
I'm not looking.
Everything
I'm not looking for you to be perfect, but I am looking for to see if this is something that you want to be down with, because this is who I am. Now, granted, this is who I am. This is what I do. You want to be a part of me, you got to understand that some days I can't be with you because I got to take my kids to a cheerleading competition, or my son got football 4 days a week. If this doesn't match up with your lifestyle, then we need to figure out what does. If it's going to be a wham bam, thank you, ma'am. If it's going to be nothing, if it's going to be whenever I got time, we got to be honest. Because so many times, even as black people, we hide so much stuff to try to be so perfect for this person, and perfection doesn't exist in the human body. You like...
so crazy.
You like, yo, we're going to be together 6 months, 7 months, and then here's Journey. She has a mom. Don't tell her nothing. Don't say nothing to
Nobody
her.
said
You here
nothing
with
like
me.
that.
You go upstairs till I'm put my daughter to sleep.
Like
That's
I said,
fake.
nobody said nothing
You
like that.
are going to have a
Nobody said
girl
nothing
that's going to be
like
the
that.
best girl you ever had in your life. You love her. She's just fine wine. She's beautiful. She take care of you. She cooks. She got clean teeth. Like, everything is perfect about her. Then 6 months later, you bring in the Journey, and she's terrible with children. Now you have this rope that's you just dangle due to the fact that you like her or love her for so many other reasons, and you're willing to comply and work with her. And it ain't never
how you
going
just
to
try
work.
to put that scenario and try to make it. No, that's not the case at all. That's not the case.
That is the case.
That is not the case.
So, like, what is it then?
Whatever you just said is not it. Talking about I'm gonna pop up. First of all, I'm with my daughter damn near a good portion of the time. Like, any female that gets to know me already knows, like, yo, he has a daughter. Like, it's impossible for me to hide my daughter. Impossible. You looking like that 'cause you,
Drake did it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't hide my daughter. Hide my daughter. I heard my what? Come on, man. What are you talking about? Like, this is the thing. Sunshine Anderson said, "I heard it all before. Why would you lie?" It's just like all of this sweet talk, all of this, they be that. Your lies ain't working out. What's done in the dark comes to the light. You're saying that it's impossible for you to hide your daughter. No, it's not. Listen, we are two different people, and you got to understand that we are really good brothers. That's why this show works, because we really are good parents for our children.
anybody out there that watched this show already know.
But that's not my point. Just hear me out, though. There are some crafty dudes out here.
We live in a
Yo,
social media era.
I was watching something.
Era. It is impossible for me to hide my daughter.
It's not impossible. Don't say
We
that,
live in
because
a
listen,
social media
it was a
era.
dude. I don't know if this was on Wendy Williams or whatever I was watching, and who knows if it was real or not. But a girl said, what'd she say? Oh, the dude proposed to the girl, did everything, got to a point where they was about to get married. He went on with the whole thing. The day of the wedding, the dude never showed up. Like, never came. Like, paid for all this stuff. She paid for this. She had family coming from all over the world to come to this wedding. He never came. You know why he didn't come? Because he was married. Like, why would you do that? Like,
What does that have to do with this?
I'm just saying, because he hid his marriage. Like, He in his marriage, like, people can hide stuff, so don't say it's impossible for you to hide your daughter, because there's some crafty dudes out here.
All right, I didn't mean to say impossible, but I'm not the type to hide my daughter. Like,
Right, but you do not have your daughter 24 hours a day, every day. So you can find,
I mean, black man, neither do you. Like, what are you talking about?
you know, I'm going to say this.
Like,
On
what are
every
you talking
episode,
about?
you find a way to get sentimental and emotional on me about this co-parenting thing. And I'm not throwing shots. I'm not, you know, I know this
You
hit
be
you.
throwing- you
I
be
know this
throwing
hit you
shots.
kind of hard, but I don't mean nothing by it. And
No,
if
I
you,
know it. And
I'm
I
gonna,
know, and I know, it's just for the sake of argument. I guess.
neither are you. Like, don't tell me that my closet is dirty if yours is dirty. When we talk about your closet.
But yeah, that's you. You actually, that's great. Yeah, you trying to tell me my closet dirty like yours is not dirty.
But that's not my point, though.
Exactly. Like the
After the analogy didn't work. But no, I mean, I'm just saying, like, you cannot deny the fact that there are some savages out here.
No, I agree.
And
I
like,
agree
we
with
not on that. That's why I keep not keep finessing, but I keep stressing that honesty is key, because there is no need for that. At the end of the day, I have a daughter. At the end of the day, I have a mother. I have sisters. I have a fiance. I have aunts and grandparents or grandmothers. But at the sometimes you gotta respect the woman.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you can find a little intricate part of somebody and you can get into that part and then do whatever you want, and like, I got a problem with that. Like, everything should be on the table. Like, give that person an option
Yeah.
to make the decision, because they might be cool with it, as we were talking about earlier. You can't just be like hiding everything to get what you want and then leave. People don't know that that's you can't be mad at a woman or mad at somebody for busting your windows out your car because you were dishonest. Because sometimes people,
Whoa.
people can't listen.
Whoa.
People
You
can.
can be mad. You can be mad.
No, you
but
can't. No, you can't.
Yes,
No,
you can.
No, you can't.
Yes, you
Listen,
can. You can
certain
be mad.
things you got to charge to the game. If you were dishonest and you told this person, some people,
That's because people got the game messed up. Like,
exactly. That's what I'm saying. You got to be honest. Listen, this is what I want. This is what I got. Nobody should have a rug. I mean, what is it? A blanket over their head and swept from under them? Whatever. I'm terrible with analogies today, but I'm great with lyrics. But I just feel like...
self-proclaimed, but continue on.
Listen. Anyway. Listen. Anyway. But no, I'm just saying, like, the role of a non-parent, because we could probably wrap this up with this right here.
Yeah.
I think that the role of the non-parent is something that has to be talked about, because you're like, she has a mother, so you don't have to do all of that extra stuff. You don't have to play the mom role because she has a mom.
Okay. Now when I say that, like, what I really mean is, like, that's not... Don't come into this thinking that you have to be that. Like, that's not a focus. Like I said, I want things to happen naturally. When you guys develop that relationship,
Who are you? Who are you to tell them when they develop a relationship? There's no time on that. Like,
and
granted,
that's my whole point.
Are you saying,
that's my whole point?
But
That is my whole point. That is my whole point. There's no time for certain things. And I hope you wasn't about to ask me what you was about to ask me.
What?
I don't know what you was about to ask me.
Exactly.
So I'm not about to go there. But this is my whole thing. There's no time limit on nothing. Once you make that decision and you put everything on the table, like, yo, this is what it is, then there's no time limit. But my thing is, I'm big on vibes and energy. You guys develop that. Don't come out the gate like, oh, Journey, don't do that, don't do this, don't do that.
Why not?
And y'all haven't had time for that relationship and that respect to be there.
Who are you to
Like-
tell them that it has to start there? Everybody has different parents and practices. Everybody have different ways to discipline kids and teach kids. Granted, I don't want you trying too hard. You can't just come in the gate off rip and be telling my daughter what to do. But if you have proclaimed this girl to be your lady, I feel as though she has that right. Now, she's trying too hard. We gotta figure it out. But that should have been happening in the dating time. She can tell, like, people got different ways to, like, granted, I can go back and everybody that's in here can say, hey, I had this one teacher that didn't play. She was mean as hell, but I learned the most from her. Then I had teachers that was soft and let me get away with it. A kid can smell blood. You got to be stern and strict. Granted, it's probably things that you didn't like about your dad when he first came. Well, we can't use that analogy because he was there from day one. Shout out to OG Luke.
Triple OG triple.
Exactly. But I just don't. I think you have to allow people to teach and do what their style if you want them around your kid anyway.
Okay, and I feel you on that, but I also like to think it up. Like, of course, we take things and we use what we learn. Like, just imagine walking down the street when you were a kid, and you know, you walking in the street, then walking on the curb, walking on the street. Somebody you don't even know say, hey, you know, stay on the curb, stay on the sidewalk. You don't look at him like, who are you? Like, right. and keep doing what you were doing. Mm-hmm. Now, the same situation, Miss Edna down the street that you know since you was a kid say, hey, stay on the sidewalk. You be like, all right, I'm gonna stay on the sidewalk because, you know what I mean? It is what it is. Like, y'all got a relationship. You got some type of respect for her. Mm-hmm. When she tell you something, you gonna do it.
I get what you're saying. You make a whole lot of sense. I'm not trying to go against that.
Nah, I know. Because that's what I do. I come here and I make sense. I don't know what you do when you come here, but when I come here, I make sense. But go ahead. Continue what you was about to say.
Self-proclaimed opinion.
You just said I make sense, so I'm
not. Because I feel like every time you say something, I say I disagree. But I don't want to be that guy. We do agree on a lot of things. But I'm just saying this.
That's the whole point. We're supposed to, like, that best conversation come from disagreement. So this is great.
But I understand Miss Edna lives here for 30 years and she raised a couple people and I know she know my dad, so I'm gonna listen to her because we got that, you know, that bond. Mm-hmm. But if your new homegirl Tasha, mm-hmm. y'all significant, y'all together, mm-hmm. and she's like, Journey, sit down and put that down. You're about to eat. Her first thing that she's gonna do is what?
She gonna put that down and sit down because she about to eat.
No, she gonna do what you said. Who is this? Number one. What's the second thing she gonna do after that?
But my daddy ain't say I had to or something.
Right. Or she gonna look at her dad and be like, it's dad's turn to say, you heard her.
Yeah.
That stops everything.
Yeah, no doubt.
That stops everything. So all of that, who is she? That's not gonna happen because Pop gonna be like, she said what she said. Then later on, you be like, look, you might be going a little too hard on her. And she could be like, and then she could be like, when Journey ain't around, like, no. You're a little soft on her. I'm coming with the military background. You keep the soft bosom, and we're going to make this work in that regard. Because everybody don't got to be happy-go-lucky. Me and my fiance aren't the same at things. That's why kids know they can get away with everything. But the crazy part is, when she hard, I'm soft, pause. And when I'm hard, she's soft, pause. So it's like it works and balances.
Yin and yang.
Exactly. So it just switches. Mm-hmm. So in the same token, that can happen with you and your significant other, Tasha. But it just got to be, the intentions got to be there. You got to know that you can trust this person, and you got to know that this person is here for you. And a kid is going to be rebellious to what they don't want to do. They're not going to like the new person because I hate my dad new girl, man. She Joe. Yeah. She be drawn. She got my dad bamboozled. My dad listen to everything she's saying. But if she come in the door with a new toy and do all of this, I love Miss Tasha. Mm-hmm. So it's whatever's best for the kids. So in closing, my closing is the role of the non-parent has to be something that's developed between the two parents. I mean, against the actual biological parent or the parent that has the kid, and them. It's whatever you guys set it up to be. It's not like you have to be this. It's not like it's just like black and white. It's definitely, what's the word I'm looking for? It's like a hybrid, but it's like how y'all develop it. What's ever good for y'all. But I just don't think that a non-parent should be non-existent even in the same household. You're not that dude that come downstairs, get your eggs, your bacon, your soda, and your flip-flops and go back upstairs and eat and drinking your ginger ale while you walking up the steps. Like Snoop Dogg and Baby Boy. I just think that if you're going to be a non-parent, you can't be non-existent. You have to be in that child's life some way, shape, form, or fashion, but not with the intent to be minimal. T-Bar.
No, I can agree with you on that one. I think like we were kind of hinting on, like when you said you may check them behind closed door. Respect is big. Like when a non-parent says something, the parent should always check them behind closed doors. Like, you know what I mean? Never in front of the child, because once you disrespect that parent's word, now the child doesn't respect that non-parent's word. Like, so if you feel like that they were out of line, it should always be checked behind closed doors. You know what I'm saying? Never in front of the child, because that's big on developing that respect. If you don't respect them, your child's definitely not gonna respect them. Like, so that's just point blank period. And then the non-parent is big, especially in the black community, and in many ways. Like, it's very important because it's black love. Like, you should always show, you know what I mean, how strong you are, you know what I mean, couples, because you want your child to see that in both homes, no matter what. Like, you never want to have a situation where, you know, in this home she bashing the dad, and then in this home they bashing the mom, and then now that's all they see when they grow up. Now that's what they expect relationships to be. That becomes the norm. Like, you know, even though you're not together, you can still change the narrative. Like, you know what I mean, there's still black love, and that's what every kid should grow up seeing, is black love. So love in general, but I'm black, so you're gonna see black love.
So basically saying, in closing, you're saying that black women should be with black men.
No, I'm, bro. My godson's half, so I don't know what you're trying to say.
Your godson is half?
What is it? What do they call it? Half black.
So I have a problem with that,
white.
and I don't want to go too far on that, but I have a problem with that. That's just like a white person saying.
Let's continue on. Let's go.
That's just like a white person saying you're the black.
Yeah.
I think that's like morally or culturally insensitive. I think that you need to find out what word or what they like to be called and call them that. You can't call them half.
Okay. So what are we gonna call them?
I mean, what is it called? I mean, granted, like I know
exactly. So I was ignorant, and I couldn't think of the word. Biracial. My godson's biracial. There you go.
All right, cool.
Yeah. So
I'm about to say bilingual.
Like, no, not at all. They need to grow up with love in general. But I only say black love because it's like
I don't know what
that.
you mean by, but I only say blah blah because he's like.
Thank you, Siri. Whatever. But nah, because I don't think that it gets enough publicity, I guess. So I like to share that, like put it out there every chance I get. Black love, black love, black love.
All right, bro. I think you backpedaling. That made no sense. I said this because I don't think it gets a lot of limelight.
Yeah.
So is that a testament to say you think that all black women should be with black men?
Absent Dad Pac. No, I think everybody should be who they be with, who they love.
Good answer. Because that's not what I was getting from that.
Yeah, no. Whoever you love is who you should be with. Whoever you fall in love with.
So you don't have a problem with same-sex marriages?
No, not at all.
Okay.
Not at all.
Why?
Because if that's what they want, that's what they want.
So is it easy for you to say that's what they want because that's something that you're not interested in, so it shouldn't be that big of a deal, or you really don't mind it?
I really don't mind it. Same-sex marriages really don't bother me.
Why?
Because it doesn't. Like, it's not me. Does it bother you? Same-sex marriages bother you?
I mean, my answer is it don't bother me because it's not me. That's my answer.
That's literally what I just said.
No, but I asked you basically.
That's literally what I just said.
But I asked you, I said, is it because you really believe in it because you really believe in it, or you really believe in it because it ain't you? And you said, no, I don't, it ain't me. So it's a difference. You don't see that? How is the difference? The reason you don't have a problem with it is because it's not in your household. and it's not you. So you don't have a problem with it.
No, I don't have a problem with it at all in any household. If that's what they choose and that's who they love, be great.
Okay, cool. All right, well that sounds better. I'm just saying I don't want this to be cut off and people think that you only don't mind it because it ain't had nothing to do with you.
So how do you feel about same-sex marriages?
It don't have nothing to do with me. I mean,
So you don't mind because it's not in your house and it has nothing to do with you, or you don't mind it at all?
When that bridge come, I'll cross it. Like,
But it's here now. Like, we just pulled up. We at the bridge.
right, but the toll is traffic.
No. We at the bridge.
I mean, granted, like, to be honest, like, all right, perfect prime example, like, I had to be around gay people enough to understand that they're just regular people too. And that's ignorant to say, but I had to be around them to know, like, all right, they gay, whatever, that's what their life, you know, it is what it is. I'm cool with gay people. I know a couple of gay people. I've been around gay people. I got family members that are gay, right? If you get married to that, like, I cannot judge you for what you do. Because at the end of the day, now in the Bible it says you're not supposed to do that, but like, it's a free world. Like, live your life and be happy. Listen, the fact that I got to go to a job every day that I really don't want to go to, that hurts. So I can't imagine somebody living a life unhappy when they're not with the person that they want to be with. Like, if you want to be with somebody and you want to get married to this person, get married to them. And I can't be a hypocrite. You know why I can't be a hypocrite? Because I love Ellen DeGeneres. Like, she's like one of my top 5 people in the world that I love. And when Obama passed that law for same-sex marriages and then gave her the Medal of Courage or Freedom or whatever, that was something that it was like, wow. Like, she's been fighting for that forever. Like, now it's like equal opportunities and equal whatever. So for me, I didn't have a problem with it. And I'm like, that's a beautiful thing. But at the end of the day, as time goes on, things become a trend and things become in your face a little bit more. And then you become, at that point, you have a little bit more information, verbiage, you know, to be able to learn and hear other people's perspectives. You know what I mean? So if it came my way where like one of my kids wanted to get married to a man or my daughter wanted to get married to a woman, hopefully by the time they get there, I'm 100% okay with that. Because this.
So you're not okay with that?
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying. I'm saying as a parent. Listen to me.
And I asked you a question, and you kind of swerved the question.
Listen, as.
So you're not okay with that right now?
No, listen. As a parent. At a parent.
Yo, wrap it up because you're not answering my question.
All right, no, I'm not okay with that.
There we go. Thank you.
I'm not okay with that. But you know why I'm not okay with it? It's a selfish act as me as a parent.
I'm not
thinking. Listen,
I'm not saying I agree or disagree.
I'm just saying I'm not, like, as a parent, I'm being selfish because I got an idea that I want my son to marry a woman and have kids, or I got an idea I want my daughter to marry a man and have children.
Adoption.
And go all of that way. Right, cool. But a lot of the time, and this is something that we could talk about later on in life or whatever.
Because we wrapped it up and we
I know, but this is the ending. Yeah. But look, a lot of times, I think the primary example of what it is parents are embarrassed. Parents are selfish and embarrassed because they gotta be like, oh yeah, how's your kid doing? Oh yeah, this is my son. Your son has got his hands on his hip, or your daughter looking like young M.A. or whatever, and you care too much about what people think. But I'm working on being a free spirit to be like, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I'm saying. Of course, I want my son to marry a woman. I want my daughter to marry a man. But if they decide to do those other things, I can't tell you right now I wouldn't be hurt. But I'm not at that point where I would disown my kid. Yeah. Because I still have to love my child. All right, this is the Absent Dad Podcast. Thanks for everybody that's tuned in, everybody that's here. You know, please like and subscribe. You know, retweet, send it out to your family and friends.
Share.
If it's things on here that you don't agree with me, because I know there's a lot of things that I say that people don't agree with, please comment below.
Yo, comment. Let's get it. We're gonna reply.
The Absent Dad Podcast with T-Bark and Blackie Chad. Serving the realness, don't make them mad. Nah, say how you feel. Communicate freely, that's how you build. Word.